Welcome everybody, we are here in game number 4 of the TQ Qualifier number 2. This is going to be an awesome round. We've seen some pretty good games so far. We're watching Terranuapart, who is a Protoss player, not a Terran player, going up against Philibird, who is a Terran player. He's part of REQPhilibird Gaming, very good player. These guys are both going to be in the TQ Invitational. Check that out, $125 Invitational tournament. Great players, Anti-Mage, Sheth, Killer, ROOTDdoRo, 2 VV guys, Titan and Murder are going to be in it. It's going to be awesome. I'm TQ Xanter, and along with me is a very cool friend of mine, and he is...
Oh, sorry, NYQ people were talking to me in chat. The score is REQPhilibird 2, Terranuapart 1, guys, and this is the finals. Yeah, the last couple of games we've seen, actually every game we've seen the same build out of REQPhilibird, which has been an interesting mix of Hellions and Marines and a lot of dropping action. I don't know, it's a very scrappy style of play. I really didn't think it was going to work until he pulled it off on the Lost Temple game. Yeah,
something I really want to say about Philibird's style is that it is not a bronze level friendly style. It requires heavily on skill, multi-management, multitasking to the point where you can actually micro 2 armies perfectly in different spots, and he does it. He manages to keep everything alive, which is honestly unbelievable to witness, because even as a commentator, where you have vision of everything, you miss things. Like, I've missed drops like that when he does it twice at one time, and then I look back and all of a sudden I realize there's a whole other army from Philibird that has destroyed a bunch of stuff from his opponent, and just like, oh wow, aren't I supposed to be all knowing as I see everything and have all these cool tools to use while watching replays or games and all of that?
Yeah, definitely. Do not try this at home, kids, I think is what Xander's trying to say. It's a very hard strat to pull off, very scrappy strat. Like I said, I would like to see him get Blue Flame, because he goes so Hellion heavy, but at the same time, you know, he makes what he's doing work, and he has a very specific build in order to do it in. Yeah,
without a doubt. I mean, it's the kind of stuff I wish I could do.
Definitely. It's the kind of stuff you watch and you're like, wow, there are people who are better than me at this game.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's I think the way to put it is it's what you aspire to be able to do. It's it's not something that you can just decide to do and then do it, unless you're a complete and utter freak in terms of everything that has to do with intelligence and hand speed.
Oh, definitely.
But it's the thing you try and do and you work up to it. Like, it's okay, if this was broodwar and it was we had the ability to create so many Smurfs, this is the strategy that I would make a new account for and do it only on that account and work from the very bottom to as high as I possibly could in order to try and get it back up to my normal macro top of my skill.
Real quick, we actually have some interesting stuff going on. Terranuapart has put a proxy pylon down in REQ's natural and is dropping, wow, a Stargate. So proxy Stargate, one of my favorite builds personally. But REQPhilibird is switching it up too. He's going for a 3 racks play with concussive shell. This could actually do a ton of damage if that Void Ray doesn't get out quickly enough.
Yeah, we'll see if Terranuapart decides to push with 1 or 2 Void Rays. And if
it's really going to be crucial to whether or not he's going to be able to win this game.
Yeah. All right. So now you do this strategy a lot. So why don't you just say how it should work out if it goes well?
Well, I deviate because I only do it when I see a Terran wall, because it's definitely a lot stronger against the wall. You can get that Void Ray charge up and then deal with the Marines. But I try to get my first Void Ray out, push with 2 or 3 Stalkers, a Sentry, and that Void Ray for Guardian Shield and a good force field. But I really don't think Terranuapart is going to have time to do that. He has no idea what's going on, but he's getting a bunker placed outside of his base. His first Void Ray is being chrono boosted in, but he doesn't have a proxy pylon anywhere up there to reinforce it with gateway units, so alright, he's going to come out and try to mess with this bunker, but he sees what's going on and he just instantly runs. He decides he is going to the Terran's base and he's just going to give up his own base. REQPhilibird's barracks units are chasing the Stalker and the Zealot down, but they're not going to be able to catch it for a while. First Void Ray is out, second Void Ray is being chrono boosted. Terranuapart may try to lead this barracks force to the rocks and then charge the Void Ray and intercept there, but I don't know, his gateway units just completely got destroyed in the center of the map. So Terranuapart warps in 3 Stalkers at the bottom, is getting a second Void Ray. I think REQ smells something is up because there were not very many gateway units coming out, and scouting the base, he only sees the 3 gateways, so I think he assumes there's a proxy somewhere, but we're going to see how he's going to handle it here.
Yep. He's probably going to save up his orbital command to try and see if there's the DTs, make sure that he can actually be able to scan and see them. However, he's actually going to continue teching up. I think he feels pretty safe knowing he killed as much as he did as he builds a factory.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So we're going to have Terranuapart push up here. A good stim, getting a lot of those stalkers down. Voider is getting sniped. One of them at half health pulls the weakened one back. SCV is coming down as well. They need to repair that bunker quickly.
Yeah, the only issue is that Philibird does not have very many Marines out. He doesn't have that much anti-air.
No, yeah, but he does have 2 reactored barracks now, and they're just pumping Marines out. So if Terranuapart cannot do damage quickly here, he's gonna lose his timing with this. Although he is trying to snipe that factory, this is definitely annoying. Gets a full charge on those Void Rays, and now they're going to rip apart any Marines.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a really good positioning, having the Stalkers back there and the Void Rays over there.
Yeah, he also has 3rd Void Ray coming out. Hasn't warped in any other units. He really needs to start macroing a bit better. But if he can keep warping in units here and pressuring like this, he's going to be in a dominant position.
Yeah, now, something I want to do say is that Philibird is doing a great job of being patient. However, he's got to control his Marines. Don't let your Marine go up there and get killed.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, and the Marauders come down to snipe the Stalkers. That was actually a really good play by the Marauders. Gets 2 or 3 of those Stalkers, but now they're all going to get picked off, and it looks like it's going to be a Void Ray on Marine battle.
But the Void Rays have lost their charge. That is huge right now.
That is huge. Wow.
9 Marines.
And REQPhilibird is replacing this bunker, but the SCV on it gets sniped. Marines coming up, but...
Void Ray going down. 2nd Void Ray goes down. 3rd Void Ray is taking a lot of hits, but it's not going to go down. There are too many Stalkers out and everything. So 1 Void Ray is still there. Oh, he's got to repair the bunker. Get the bunker. Okay, Philibird is getting the bunker back now. That is huge. He's going to try and take some more hits on the Void Ray. He does. The Void Ray is definitely taking a few damage, but he's got to save his Marines. He needs every Marine that he has.
Yeah, he definitely needs to keep this Marine count a bit higher. He still has his bunker, though, with 4 Marines in it. I think both players are a little surprised that the game is exactly where it is. Because they're both stuck on 1 base. The Void Ray hasn't exactly destroyed REQPhilibird, but REQPhilibird hasn't exactly stopped it either, so this is still pretty much equal.
But Stim's going to be able to take out the Void Ray. Oh my god, he did not take it out. It was so close, though. 26 whole health left on this Void, but it has 14 kills.
Yeah, it is a hero Void Ray, but all those Marines were stimmed, and that's going to be pretty costly. But now that stim is out as well, it's going to be a lot easier to pick off any stray Void Rays, which are extremely slow units.
Yep, and now look at this. Philibird's actually starting to creep up his bunkers up there to try and get his defense going. Look at this. Another Void Ray is now out, and Terranuapart's got to be really careful with his control. He's got a good position on his Stalkers, but Philibird's going to be able to take a few hits on these Void Rays, keep them from doing too much damage against this refinery and all that. But look at
and that Marauder can actually reach that Stalker, so he's going to have to pull his forces back. At the same time, the first Viking is coming out, so if he gets a kind of high Viking out, this is going to be so much harder. Although, honestly, I would like to see a medevac to just heal up all those Marines to allow them to stim a lot more and try to pick off Void Rays.
Yep, but now look at this. Terranuapart is doing a really good job with the position of these guys. But his Void Rays are completely vulnerable right now. But okay, Philibird's going to pull back, play it safe. Not going to try and go for the jugular on this. But here we go. Viking is now out. That's going to actually be able. Is that going to be able to take out one of those Void Rays? But it does so much damage to it. Now there goes.
Oh wow! And Stim Marines are just going to destroy this army right now. It looks like Terranuapart is in pretty bad position. The rest of the Stim Marines coming up.
Yeah.
Terranuapart pulls back, but right now REQPhilibird has a pretty dominant army. And REQPhilibird smartly, as soon as he breaks this contain, drops a command center. Although, wow, Terranuapart still has a pretty decent-sized army. He could still continue to try to push this.
I think he's going to try and expand now. But look at this. Philibird is dropping down a bunker at the natural expansion, he's delaying the Nexus that's going to go down.
Wow, that was actually really intelligent play by him, because now Terran's money is skyrocketing. He definitely wanted to get that expansion down.
Yeah, so
there
now
he goes.
Yeah, so now he's going to be able to do that. There's a Nexus going down immediately, but now Philibird, after defending that and emerging out on top, is going to have a command center that's halfway done when a Nexus is just starting.
Right, and Terranuapart is only on gateway tech with a proxied Stargate. If REQ finds that proxy Stargate and kills it, Terranuapart is going to be stuck on gateway units for quite a while.
Yeah, and now this Void is actually going to be just outside of the vision of... Philibird might actually be able to pick off this Void Ray. There it is. He's going to run and try and do it, but the Void's going to go right down the middle and actually probably... It's going to stay alive.
Wow, if REQPhilibird had just kept moving along, he probably would have picked that off on his natural path, but instead he tries to go back and grab it, and it escapes with its life.
Yep, and that hopefully won't be part of the judgmental in terms of the game results, but we'll see. And now Philibird has to watch these chokes. If he gets caught in these chokes, that could be really, really bad with the sentries that are out. Now here we go. Okay, he's actually good. He's being wary of the choke, and he's gonna drop. There's a shocker.
Yeah, REQPhilibird moving back to the play he loves. He is actually going in both directions. I love this. 2 full medvacs going left, 2 full medvacs going right. He's gonna drop the main and the natural at the same time.
Yeah, and there's no position for a counterattack from Terranuapart. He's actually almost mined out in his main. Philibird does have the second orbital command, and he's almost mined out in his main. Wow. Now here we go. All the pros transferring down to the natural expansion. And now let's see how this drop gets handled. There we go. First drop on the left happening. Philibird has now dropped on the right too. He's ready to move in. He's taking out a lot of stuff, taking out pylons. But he's going to have to retreat as all the entire army is over there now. Philibird's going to be able to... He's going to pick up that last Marine. Nope, that last Marine was... Oh, he does pick it up. But there we go. Drop in the back now. Going to take out a bunch of the Stalkers. Separated army being incredibly weakened. Philibird might want to pull back right now before he loses everything. But yeah, he's going to be okay, it seems.
Yeah, Philibird, wow, the medvac that's full actually gets sniped at the top. That is a huge deal. Philibird did a ton of damage there, but then he stayed in a bit too long and got his units picked off.
Yeah, so precarious. But now he does have his expo up. He's got a little bit of mining still going on in his main. Terranuapart does not really, but Terranuapart is pulling back a few more probes to handle this. But what's the income for these players? Income is...
Oh wow, they're actually pretty equal in harvester count.
Yeah, however, mules are in Philibird's favor.
Yeah, definitely.
Chrono boosting is going to happen on the Nexuses, though, as you can see that full chrono boost on both Nexuses, Nexi, or whatever the plural is apparently, but that's going to be really, really important as Terranuapart's going to be able to do the double chrono boost.
Yeah, it looks like Philibird's going to go out for another push here. I want to point out he still hasn't killed this proxy Stargate, not that Terranuapart is using it anymore, but great stim by REQPhilibird moving past the choke, although his units still get cut in half. But Vikings not really... There they go, they're killing the last Void Ray, so it's going to be a very close battle.
No, this is in Philibird's favor. He's got this.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Oh,
yeah, I didn't see all the units under the medvacs.
Yeah, the medvacs are being troublesome, but look at this. Terranuapart's pulling back all of his probes now. Philibird's gonna be able to push in and do a ton of damage. Vikings are just nullifying all of the Void Rays, and that was the backbone of Terranuapart's army. You need that, but look, a Colossus is out now. Philibird might want to make his lead better. Yeah, you got the Vikings up. That's what I was trying to say.
I figured that's what you're going for, but I didn't want to interrupt. Yeah, REQPhilibird has these two Vikings which are going after that Colossus, but Terranuapart is... almost held it. He was so close. Just a couple of weakened units are all that's left, but he's going to lose his natural. And REQPhilibird has tons of reinforcements streaming in, so I definitely think REQPhilibird is in a commanding position right now.
Oh yeah, he's got this. And there is GG's from Terranuapart. Really, really good series. REQPhilibird does emerge victorious. That is a 3-1 victory for him. Awesome series, very well done. That was the TQ Qualifier #2. NYQ Bomb was kind enough to co-cast the finals with me, so very, very big thank you to you.
Oh no, I am glad. Those were great games. I really got to see some really interesting play out of Philibird. I've never really seen drop play quite like that with quite that mix of units, so it was very cool. And for Terranuapart, I mean, definitely a high-quality player. He won the first game, held the drops forever in the second game, eventually just fell apart. The pressure was a little too much, and when he executed that Void Ray strat really well, REQPhilibird barely held it. That game was extremely close.
Yeah. Now, I do want to say that Philibird and Terranuapart will both be in the TQ Invitational $125 tournament. Sheth, ROOTDdoRo, Anti-Mage, Killer, VVV, Murder, and Titan are both going to be in it. And now you can add REQPhilibird to the list of pros that are going to be in this tournament. It's going to be awesome. February 26th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That is a Saturday. It's going to be amazing. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys next time. NYQ Bonk, do you have any last parting words?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Again, Team Think Quick, if Xander can give you the site real quick.
TeamTQ.com.
Very great team. Again, Xander, takes time out of his own day every weekend to host this tournament for you guys. So really cool. Show them a lot of love. They're a great team with a lot of great players.
Thank you. You guys will definitely be seeing us in the future. NYQ Bonk is also on NYQ as his team. Why don't you say a little bit about that?
Right. I mean, we're kind of a casual team right now. A couple of us are being picked up by Negative Impulse, so I don't really know what's going on. You know, check back on my stream in a couple weeks, and I'll be able to tell you more about that. But yeah, you know, a couple cool guys. I know you've seen us all on the ladder before, and hopefully you'll see us in some tournaments soon.